So before we went to break, I teased we're going to talk about the Trump-Newsom dynamic. It has been a lot of back and forth since these fires broke out in Los Angeles. You know, Newsom has said, let's work together. Trump has had some choice words on Truth Social. They've gone back and forth. Trump says he's coming out here. The president says he's coming out here Friday to L.A.
Sure.
Do you see a scenario where Trump and the governor's invited him, but there's been no, I've accepted the governor's invitation. So Trump hasn't said that. Do you see, I mean.
No, Newsom gets nothing from Donald Trump from now on. When I was at the Clinton White House, we do this on occasion. If we were going to a Republican state, Iowa, for instance, many years ago, we'd drop in, call the Democratic member of Commerce, and they would, Congress, and they would meet us at the airport. We do those sorts of things. I think calling him scumbag is the line for Gavin. He's got to find opportunity not to get in a fight in a sandbox with.
Did he miscalculate though by saying as soon as he was inaugurated or as soon as he won the election, we're going to be the home of the resistance and we're going to have a special session to Trump-proof California? I mean, was that?
I think it's a good move.
Not to use an elementary phrase, but he started it. I mean, I mean,
this is it's schoolyard stuff. I mean, that's kind of how this goes. But Governor Newsom does need a win. He needs a political win. Certainly, we've got very serious issues going on here in California. But Governor Newsom, he's got two choices, which is he can either throw now President Trump under the bus and keep going after him, or he can throw LA Mayor Karen Bass under the bus, which
he will.
He probably will.
She's there, right?
But what is more advantageous for Governor Newsom politically for his future? Now, for President Trump, Governor Newsom is not a threat to President Trump. President Trump has one term.
Right.
So Governor Newsom really needs to make Governor Newsom really needs to make President Trump a foil for him. And President Trump, if I was him, I would do everything I could to ignore the governor of California. And just, the Republicans in the state legislature this week called for no strings attached on any federal aid. They were pretty, James Gallagher, Brian Daly.
I had
Brian Jones, excuse me.
I had a Republican member of Congress from Orange County, Young Kim, on the show on Inside California Politics, and she said, I am not for disaster aid with any conditions. These people need help, and it doesn't matter a party affiliation right now. I mean, President Trump's unpredictable too. He could come out and say, look, Gavin and I had a talk. Things are good, and that really, though, do you think that would be good for Governor Newsom to do something like that? Because let's be honest, he has aspirations.
Well, the thing for me is, aspirations aside, is that as the governor of California, 37 million people, you have to lead. And I think Gavin has an opportunity right now to stand up to Donald Trump. I mean, you have to. Somebody's got to take the lead on this thing, and it should be Gavin. It should be Governor Newsom, with respect, sir. It should be, because we are in front on every single thing that there is. Technology, solar power, all kinds of electric vehicles, the kinds of things that the future.
But if Governor Newsom needs something from him right now, which is disaster aid, and LA needs a lot of help, would it behoove him to say, look, bygones be bygones, let's work together on rebuilding Los Angeles and what we need, and we'll save the fights for another day? And
the more you need it, the more Trump is going to exact a cost out of it.
So you think don't work with him?
I do.
Okay.
But they've done it before in previously Northern California fires, and kind of put all of those things aside to be able to actually do something positive for California. As Ed said, if you want to lead, the best thing that Gavin can do really to lead is to get something positive for California from the federal government, and he has an opportunity to do it, and let's see what he does.
All right, unfortunately, we're out of time. I wanted to talk about what's next for Kamala Harris, because she lands in California this evening. Is she going to run for governor? What is she going to do? Who's the head of the Democratic Party? Is it Newsom? Is it Kamala? We'll see, but conversation for another day. Guys, appreciate you giving us some time.